everybody. It's Brenda Green with the Be Strong Group, and thank you for joining us on our next Tuesday chat. Again, I'm Brenda Green. My husband and I founded this nonprofit in honor of our son, Braden, who has sickle cell disease. So we just wanted to do our part in spreading awareness of sickle cell disease through education, advocacy, and empowerment. And along the way, we decided, there were a lot of people who wanted to learn more. There were a lot of people who wanted to share. So we decided to form this Tuesday chat to talk about different topics that are important to people with sickle cell disease. And a lot of the topics along the way is really important to everyone, and it can impact everyone. And so some people can learn more about how they can help, how they can support people that they know with sickle cell disease, or just support the cause, because it does impact a lot of people. So we're so excited for you to join us for today's discussion. And today we're planning to have several guests, because if you don't know, our upcoming event Saturday, August 27th, is our ninth annual Cycle for Sickle Cell and Blood Drive event. We are once again partnering with the Richland County Recreation Commission, as well as the American Red Cross. It starts at 9. So the Cycle for Sickle Cell event, the cycle, you can ride your bike, you can walk, you can run. It's a course through the beautiful town of Eastover, my hometown, and walk in the name of sickle cell. So we're going to do that at 9 and come back to the park and then learn more. We will have vendors, we will have exhibitors, we will have food, we will have games, we will have fun, and all in the name of sickle cell disease and fellowshipping with our fellow citizens and those who are participating. So we would love to have you there. You can go on our Facebook page and you can find the link, and I'll probably post it here later, but so that you can just grab your free ticket. This is free to everybody, a free community event so that we can work together. So tonight I have I'm planning for a few guests, and life is hectic and it's busy. So we're hoping everybody will be able to join. But first up, and if you heard, we will have representatives from Able, South Carolina, who will be there offering the COVID vaccine. So if you haven't gotten your shot, you or your child, or you haven't received your vaccine, your booster, you can do it this weekend, but this is extra special. And today I'm going to bring to the stage Miss Mackenzie Watson with Able SC. She is the Disability Health Equity Specialist. Hi, Mackenzie. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. And Mackenzie, I'm so excited about you all coming out on Saturday at our event to provide this service. But briefly, is there something, additional information you would like to share about yourself to our listeners?
Sure. I work for Able SC. I am the Disability Health Equity Specialist. And my job is to make sure that anyone anyone that is a person of color or has a disability has a barrier-free just experience when it comes to receiving the vaccine, COVID vaccine, and also the flu shot as well.
Oh, wow. And so, see, that's the part. So, you all will be out there to provide a barrier-free opportunity to allow those who may, under different circumstances, may not be able to receive the vaccine because of accessibility issues, because of concerns of will they be able to communicate effectively with us, so that we can receive what we need. So you all will be there, be at our event. We will be inside the gym, and we will have signs pointing to where Able SC is and be close to the entrance so it can be really accessible to anybody um, who needs the vaccine. So, Mackenzie, can you share um, the purpose? I know you mentioned about making sure it's barrier free, but can you kind of explain what type of accessibility uh, things that will be in place?
Sure. And what barrier free looks like is making sure that if someone who doesn't speak the language English, if they speak Spanish, that we have an interpreter there to take that stress off of anyone, as any person, any parent that brings their child, as well as we will have an American Sign Language interpreter as well. And also includes when barrier free, we have sensory toys. There's could be someone that it could be a lot going on. You have, nurses, so you have service dogs just around you, and it could just be overload on sensory. So we make sure that we have little fidget toys for anyone to decompress. We also set up an area where someone can go lay down and just have a quiet time, just be in a quiet room.
Okay, that is. I'm glad you shared that. So, everyone who's listening, if you have a family member who you know needs the COVID vaccine or the booster, but they've been hesitant because of not having the appropriate venue to receive it, here's their chance. So please share it with them. For non-English speaking people who English is not their first language, and so there won't be a language barrier. And it sounds like those who may have some level of autism, making it comfortable for them, adult and children, to be able to receive the vaccine. So that's wonderful. So you all will bring with you different people who will be able to provide those accommodations. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, awesome. So we want to make sure that everybody know that Saturday, August 27th, we will be at the Eastover Park, 1031 Main Street. We will have the cycle event, but back at the park, we will have the American Red Cross as well as Able SC there providing barrier-free COVID vaccine. So that's something that's very important. And so you will have the opportunity, the community will have the opportunity for them and their family members, their loved ones, their friends to come out to partake in this. And Mackenzie, is there a cost to this?
There is no cost.
Okay.
Actually, we have incentive. We will be giving out gift cards to everyone that does get vaccinated.
Okay.
So please stop by and check us out, and even um, get information on more what Able SC offers throughout the state of South Carolina.
Oh wow. So that's awesome. So another incentive, an incentive to, not only will you be protecting yourself or your child or your family member, you get a gift card too
Yeah,
to use. And you can learn more information from Able SC to about the services that they offer and maybe share with others throughout the state. Loved ones or family members that you have that may not live in Eastover, but may live in another community that may not have an opportunity to come out Saturday, but you do have time to call them up so they can drive up. Because it's going to be a family friendly community event that will welcome everybody. So Mackenzie, we are so happy you all are going to be there. To be a part of this because the overall event is for the community, is for us to learn. And those of you who know Brenda Green or who have been following us for a while, I am a supporter of vaccines, of immunizations, because especially with being a mother of a child with a chronic illness, I want to be sure that I'm putting him in a position to where he's protected, because his body needs help, um, fighting certain illnesses, and if he's exposed to it. So this is a way that I can make sure that he's protected, as well as myself is protected. So Mackenzie, is there anything else you would like to add or share about?
I just want to say thank you to you, Brenda, for having us and letting us partner with the Be Strong group, and just the things that you're doing for the community um, is amazing. And thank you for that.
Okay, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But I'm so happy to really be connected with you through Able SC and outside. But and you too as well are always doing something that's good for our community, and that will benefit our citizens. So I'm excited that you all will be a part of it. I'm so glad that, I mean, they've been at other community events that I've been a part to. They've been at Coffin Road Park at the back to school bash. So educating the community there. So Able SC is out in our community. The services are there to make it a barrier free, to make sure all of the barriers that can keep people away from getting vaccinated, um, they're not in play. So again, for those who are hearing impaired, this is an opportunity for your family or friends who are hearing impaired to come out and to have someone to be able to communicate with them, and in order to make sure that the vaccine is administered and they understand. So that's another thing. There will be education too, as well, as far as understanding the COVID vaccine, right?
Yes, yes. There'll be the education component to getting vaccinated. And then I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but we will have all vaccines available.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so if it's your first time getting the COVID vaccine, second booster, or even your second booster, we have all of that available for everyone.
Okay, so that's good. So when I come to get mine, I can get my Pfizer,
Yep.
because that's what I've been getting it. So I'm glad you mentioned that. So I hope you all have heard that, and those of you who are listening on replay, if you have any questions for Mackenzie, um, please put it in the comments so we can be sure to get an answer. And I want to check to make sure I'm not missing any comments, because it doesn't seem like they're all popping up. But um, I'm so glad that Tiana, she's an actual sickle cell warrior, that she's listening in, and she made a comment. I'm really proud of this event. Hey, Tiana, thank you for listening. Um,
That picture is very fierce. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. That Yeah, she's a part of an important promotion about that shows the warrior in her. Um, so yeah, that I love that picture. I love that picture as well. So I am patiently waiting for our other guest, Mackenzie. But in the meantime, uh, I'm happy to. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, you and your crew on
Yep.
Saturday. And again, everybody, they will be set up inside of the gym at Eastover Park, as well as the American Red Cross will be inside of the gym in another classroom. There will be provisions in there to be able to make sure you can safely receive your vaccine, as well as donate blood. Mackenzie, I know the park rule is for mask wearing, but is there anything in addition that you all are requiring? Um,
We're not requiring. We do strongly suggest that you bring your vaccination card
well, yeah,
so we can update it on site.
okay. That's good, because so that we can maintain. make sure we have a copy of our record and our dates because
Mhm.
they're always asking for it. So we can have it on one central card that you are encouraged to at least take a picture of it to have it, and then you save the original card in a safe area at your home so you could just keep it. So uh, Mackenzie, I'm not going to hold you, but I'm going to try.
I,
Try.
I do want to add, you just reminded me, we will have vaccine card holders as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So keep it protected and easy storage.
Okay, good. And I actually need one of those myself and Braden. So that's great. That's really good to know. So let me check and make sure. And so, Mackenzie, if you need to hop off, I'm going to try to keep it moving
Okay.
and just give my guests that I invited tonight an opportunity to hop on because I knew everybody was busy. It is a Tuesday of a very busy week. Um, but we want to make sure we do our part in letting our community know what to expect this Saturday when we cycle for sickle cell.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on, and I can't wait to see everyone this weekend.
Absolutely. So we'll see you there.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, everybody. I am still waiting for some special guests. But in the meantime, our event again is Saturday, uh, August 27th at Eastover Park, 1031 Main Street. Um, we will have food, and the food will be provided by the Fish Hole. And they are a local restaurant uh, in Eastover. So we're recognizing, and if you've been following our feed, we've been recognizing a lot of our sponsors and supporters and vendors, and a lot of them are small businesses within the town of Eastover or surrounding areas. So we're so excited to have them be a part. So the food will be provided by the Fish Hole. You have some great food. Um, we will have DJ Turn Up there to provide some music to get our blood flowing before we walk. So we're so excited to have him, make the atmosphere festive. We also will have the James R. Clark Sickle Cell Foundation out there, and they will be providing education about sickle cell disease as well as sickle cell trait testing. So if you're not aware of your status and you want to know, you can find that out Saturday. Absolutely. So we're so excited about that. Um, we're gonna have a list of other vendors that are out there, and you can come out, take a look, partake, and buy some cool stuff and get some free things. The Be Strong group will have some swag bags out there. Um, we will also make sure you get your bands. And when you donate blood, you will get your Braden Buddy band. So if you join our team to donate. And speaking of donate, we have a special guest, and I don't think her face is new if you've been following us for a while, but she is a fellow mom of a warrior as well as a member of the American Red Cross Superstar staff. Hey, Keisha Jameson, how are you
Hey, hey, Brenda Green. I am great. How are you? I'm
doing? Well,
back.
you're back. Yes, you guys. She is a regular on this Tuesday chat, virtual discussion by the Be Strong group. Bisha, we just got through speaking with Mackenzie with Able SC. Able SC will be at our event on Saturday, providing a barrier free COVID vaccine opportunity. So,
Awesome.
yeah. And she said barrier free, meaning if English is not your first language, so the Hispanic community can come out. If you're hearing impaired or deaf, uh, sign language, there will be someone to be able to do sign language. Um, there will be sensory toys and accommodation for those who may be on the spectrum. And so we can make it a safe environment for um, everybody in the community.
Yes.
So that's going to be awesome because, if there are barriers that are in place that are keeping people away from accessing locations
Mhm.
where the COVID vaccine is offered, Saturday, it will be barrier free.
Barrier free, exactly.
Everybody can come out. So I think that's huge for the community. Um,
Yes.
so I want to make sure everyone knows that that service is available, and they will have gift cards. They're going to give out gift cards. Oh yes,
Oh, I might need to be boosted.
right. I get my sister, and she mentioned they will have the vaccine card holders given out. So we can
Oh,
we appropriately protect our.
protect your
I need one.
pride. Me too.
So we're so grateful for Mackenzie for speaking to us, and we're glad that you were right on time and hop on, so that I wouldn't have to keep rambling. But we're on the countdown. We're on the countdown. If you're listening and you haven't signed up to donate blood for Saturday, August 27th at the Eastover Park, no worries. There's space just for you. So you can visit the redcrossblood.org.
Mhm.
You know I'm typing it right.
Yes.
I have to make sure. And you can use the sponsor code Be
Be
Strong
strong.
and find you a spot,
Absolutely.
and voila, you secure your appointment and you can come on out. And if there's not a time that's good for you, still grab a spot, but then give me a message and then we'll figure out what to do. But Bisha, I know we talked about it before. So this is the week of the event. The event is Friday. I'm Saturday. So we have to be eating right, right? We should have been eating
Absolutely.
right, but we have to make sure we're eating right. And ooh, not Starbucks. This is water, not Starbucks. Water. So, and hydrating. So that's important. That's my thing. I got to make sure. Yep, I got to make sure I'm hydrating. So, what are some good foods that people who have signed up to donate and those who are about to visit redcrossblood.org and use sponsor code Be Strong and sign up? What do they need to do in preparation for Saturday?
They need to be eating iron rich foods, which, we always laugh about doing our homework. So,
Mm-hmm.
eating those iron rich foods, have you a burger, have you a good juicy steak, or a couple of them. That's an excuse to just splurge and eat great steaks all week long, right? We want to make sure your iron is up. Leafy green veggies, other supplemental foods like shrimp that have, that are rich in iron. Just you want to make sure that you are eating those iron rich foods. And like Brenda said, that you are hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to make your process much easier. The iron rich foods, that is going to ensure that your hemoglobin is where it needs to be in order to donate. If you are currently taking supplements, for your iron, then fine. The disclaimer: we are not medical professionals.
Right.
But if you are not, and that is something that you want to consult with your primary care physician about to find out if that's something that you can actually do, then that is something that we absolutely recommend. Just our foods and stuff, there are main courses, but our we still need those supplements sometimes, especially those of us who struggle with the iron issue.
Yes.
It is common in women, that we see those deferrals for low iron. So if you know that you've been deferred before, try doing some of these things leading up to your donation to see if it makes a difference. We don't want you to be stressed because we want your blood pressure to be where it needs to be as well to donate. So that's another common deferral that we see, that high blood pressure, right? So eat your steak, but don't put too much salt on it. All of these things we want you to be aware of, but also, being in preparation for a good donation on Saturday. I can't say it enough: hydrate, hydrate. That is going to make sure that you have a good steady flow and you won't be on
Right.
bed like me for, I always try to beat my record. And I guess I'll have to drink like gallons and gallons of water because I always try to, get that reach that 6 minute mark. But your blood is just going to flow a little bit smoother
Right.
the more hydrated you are. So we
Right.
want to make sure you're doing that. Of course, it's not like labs, so you're not fasting. Eat a meal before you come. If not, there'll be things that you can munch on while you're there at the park.
Right.
But we want you to eat prior to. That's going to also help you have a smoother donation. If you are a first timer, you definitely want to do these things in preparation for. Okay. So don't stress.
Don't stress.
Don't eat a lot of salt. We want to make sure the blood pressure is where it's supposed to be.
Don't get your pressure.
Right. Make sure if you take meds for your blood pressure, you want to make sure that you're taking your meds. Don't skip any medications. We want to eat those iron rich foods, those leafy greens, your red meats, and other items that are high in iron. And we want to hydrate, 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 hydrate.
Oh, absolutely. And I know, speaking of hydration, again, and Visha was mentioning about making sure your blood flows appropriately because they will defer you if you're taking too long. I've been there. And I tell you, that's not good. So I'm hydrating and I've been eating, but I do have to take supplements. I consulted with my physician years ago. And I know that's something that I have to do because my hemoglobin is normally low. And so, what's recall the cutoff for women? 12.2.
12.5.
Oh, maybe because my okay. So 12 point. It has to be 12.5 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's what it has to be. So if you're familiar with your numbers and you know you're kind of low, then let's make sure we are eating right, eating the right things because the upside of it though, if you're eating the right things and you're able to donate, your body is going to recover and regenerate those red blood cells and be back in 56 days so you can do it all over again. But that's all because you're saving lives. We got to think about that. You got to be disciplined as far as diet and hydration, but it's all because, there are people who body cannot generate those healthy red blood cells and they need you to help them. And those are with sickle cell disease. So sickle cell disease is a red blood cell disorder, and our babies don't have healthy red blood cells. And so, and because there isn't a universal cure that's safe for everyone with sickle cell disease, blood transfusion and exchanges are needed therapies for a lot of people to get through a pain crisis to live. Um, I know both Visha and I have stories. I've witnessed my son receiving a life saving blood transfusion, and that will forever be in my brain. I will always remember it. I will always know how I felt when I was watching him during that moment. And so you will forever see Brenda Green as long as I have breath to leave, breath to breathe, and a voice to talk. I'll be sharing about the importance of blood donation and how it's important for us to diversify, right, Visha?
That's right. Absolutely. That is the goal, to diversify the blood supply because our most compatible match comes from those of the same race and ethnicity. So we want to make sure that when our patients need it the most, that there's actually a supply on the shelf. So, African Americans only made up about 4% of the blood donor pool. So we need to get those numbers up because this particular disease and many of the others that require or lead to, people having transfusions affect our Black and African American communities. So when we're the ones who need it, we need to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and being proactive on the front end. A lot of times when things happen, or if it's, your family member or someone close to you, in those moments when they need a transfusion and the blood supply is not there on the shelves, people will say, "Oh, well, they can take mine. We're family. I'll donate." But not all the time we realize that in that moment it's a little too late, because just because you're family, that doesn't mean that you're the right match.
Mhm.
That blood has to go to the lab. It has to be tested. It has to, go through a series of events before it can be given to your loved one. So that's why we want people to be proactive. We want to make sure that we flood blood drives. We want to make sure, especially on Saturday, we want to open the floodgates on Saturday, especially, but we want to make sure that we're doing it and we're being consistent donors. Brenda said every 56 days, right? So that our patients and our babies have what they need in those most critical moments. We just have to do a better job at being proactive and making sure we have that supply on the shelf and not waiting until it's a critical moment or it's our loved one who needs it. Someone said it on a call that we were on. The worst thing that a doctor can tell you in that moment is, we don't have blood for your loved one. And if it's a critical moment, like Brenda and I both have been in, even if they have to get it from somewhere else, those hours can be crucial. And that wait time can be detrimental. It is literally a matter of life and death in those moments. So we want to make sure that we are doing our due diligence. And like I said, the most compatible match comes from those of the same race or ethnicity. And patients with sickle cell disease, they have to have a special type of blood. It's deeper than just being the right blood type, right? We
Right.
have antigens um, that are in our blood or on our blood. So we need to make sure that those specific antigens align for our patients with sickle cell. So it's way deeper than just being the right blood type. So these are all reasons why we encourage donations. We encourage people to go out, be consistent. Don't be a one and done. Make it a part. Just like, and I think it was Brenda who said it. Make it like your annual physicals. If you're unable to do 4 or 6 times a year, let's just say, okay, I'll do it twice a year. I'll do it 3 times per year, or I'll pop into a blood drive. I'll make it my business to pop into a blood drive during my periods where it's convenient. Be a consistent donor. I promise, if you've done it one time, you'll do it again. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you haven't yet, download your blood donor app. You can go to your app store and search for the Red Cross Blood Donor app. You guys, it has so much good information in it. It maintains your vitals. It shows you where your donation goes. That's I like that. I like to
Me
see,
too.
especially if it's here, and I get all excited, or even locations where we know sickle cell patients are treated, like MUSC. Um, so I get so excited, and you can join Braden Buddies through your app. You can go click on your impact part and search for the Be Strong Group team and join. And so whenever you donate, make a donation, even if you can't make it to the drops that we host, any location where those points go towards your team. This is your team now, Braden's Buddy. So we can kind of keep track of how many lives we are impacting. So I'm so excited about that. So download your blood donor app. That is such a cool tool. And you can do your rapid pass there too, right?
Yes, absolutely. And one other thing that is a benefit right now as well, the American Red Cross is actually doing the sickle cell trait screening.
Oh,
So that information also will populate into your app as well. And that is awesome, because why do we do what we do, right? Because Brenda and I both have trait. And, this was something that neither one of us had all of the information on beforehand, right?
mhm.
So, two people with sickle cell trait, there's a 25% chance with each individual pregnancy that that child can be born with sickle cell disease. So, the trait is kind of like the root, right? So, people who don't know if they're carriers of the trait, this is critical information. You want to know if you're a carrier, because you also want to know if your partner is a carrier. right? This is how the education, the awareness is created, because when you know more, then when you're well informed on the front end, then you're able to make a well informed decision. So that is one of the benefits. I deem it a benefit. That Amazon gift card is good, the t-shirts, the goodies, the giveaways, all of that is great, but we can add to that list and say that the added benefit is being able to know whether you're a carrier of the trait. So anybody who self-identifies as Black or African American, that donation is screened for sickle cell trait. That's going to be going on from now until the end of the year. So if you donate on Saturday, you'll be able to get that information. And also, if you donate at Be Strong Group, the Be Strong Group's December blood drive, you'll still be in there. They'll still be doing the trait until trait testing until December 31st. So that is an added benefit, and we want to know our status, right? It's just like I always say, it's just like knowing your HIV status, right?
Mhm.
It's just like knowing any other status that you would definitely take into consideration before having children. So we want to know. And for other reasons as well, not just for having children, but for other reasons as well, because sickle cell trait can affect you. It
Absolutely.
affects a number of things. Brenda has wonderful speakers on all the time who talk about how sickle cell trait actually affects you. It is not a benign condition or something you don't have to worry about, like some medical professionals have told some people. It is actually a thing that we need to be aware of, and we need to be cognizant of different things as we go about our day to day lives.
Right. Yeah. So come out. Sign up, y'all. And come out. Saturday is going to be a family friendly community event. We will be walking, running, cycling. Bring your bike. If you bring your bike, bring your helmet too. Um, Cycling for sickle cell, all in the name of sickle cell. And this is our kickoff event for Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So if you didn't know, September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So there will be a lot of activities going on during that month, a lot of information and education shared. But this is an opportunity that we together as a community will kick off Sickle Cell Awareness Month through this event. And we're so proud to partner with um, Richland County Recreation Commission as well as the American Red Cross to make sure that this our initiatives are met. I know the Richland County Recreation Commission, they their motto is community first. So anything that's going to better the community, that's what they're going to do. And this is something that's going to better the community. Um, there are people in our community with sickle cell disease. And so that impacts us all. So any opportunity we can come together and learn how we can help, learn how we can support. Um, we're behind it. So, and along with the American Red Cross, I know I told people the reason why we partner with the American Red Cross, because this isn't just something just to get your blood just for whatever. There is a specific initiative that is for sickle cell disease. A lot of the people that are involved with this initiative are directly impacted by sickle cell disease. So that makes it mean a lot more to me because that makes me feel like it's genuine. I mean, you see Visha, she is the mother of an amazing sickle cell warrior. And I'm so excited to be connected. I'm so excited to be a part of this initiative. And I know she mentioned our December blood drive already. And I just, you know, that's what we do. So you join our team, and you know that every time we host a blood drive, if you can get in there, I'm gonna need you to sign up. So I won't have to be sign up to donate blood. But yeah, so we can get together and save lives. We can get together and educate our community.
That's
We
right.
can get together because there's such a huge need of the education piece,
Mhm.
and the more people know, the more you understand, the more you can maybe empathize or sympathize with those, because you could have a coworker who has sickle cell disease. You could have a child in your classroom who has sickle cell disease, and by you partaking in events like this and learning, you can be a help. you know and the burden wouldn't just all be on the parents to provide the support for their warriors. It can be a community thing, you know and you can just motivate and encourage someone just by showing that you care. So you're going to see Visha. Like I said, Visha has on her part Red Cross hat and part advocate hat for sickle cell disease. So we're always are going to be making sure, we're always going to be advocating and making sure we're spreading awareness. And let me get off my little soapbox for a little bit, just for a quick second. But
You're absolutely right, Brenda. I mean, we advocate for sickle cell, but we are also compassionate um, and advocates for other things as well. Why? Because we became educated on it. Someone we knew may have been affected by it, so it caused us to have a heart for it. So it's the same thing. I always, what is the saying? Each one, reach one, teach one. So if the one thing that you can learn, you don't know how that may impact somebody else's lives. So we fight. I always say our patients, they fight every day, so should we. And if they can get up and fight through the pain and push through as resilient as they are, then we can stand up for them. In there's a multitude of ways that we can stand up for them. If we're unable to donate, guess what? We can host blood drives, right? We have organizations that we are all a part of, our churches, our fraternities and sororities, our community groups, our social groups. All of these are ways that we can support our warriors. There's an entire month, dedicated to, well, we live this 365, right? Sickle cell 365. But we have the entire month of September to honor our warriors. And that is what we intend to do. This is our kickoff. You heard Brenda say the kickoff. So this is the beginning, right? It's August 27th. So between August 27th and September 1st, that is the time to rest, because we're going to be going full speed ahead in September, honoring our warriors. So there's a number of ways that you can support and show love to our warriors. Like I said, if you're unable to donate, you can host. You can teach someone. You can be an advocate yourself, just to walk a mile in their shoes and understand, and like Brenda said, empathize in what they live with every single day. This is a debilitating disease. There are some warriors who have some degree of pain every single day. We push hard for blood donations, because we have patients who receive transfusions on regular basis. Braden and Draylon, they receive those transfusions in these acute moments, in those critical moments when they need it the most. But we have some patients who, and I'm actually going to see one tomorrow. That story will be coming out as well. We are going to share some behind the scenes of what an apheresis looks like. Those blood exchanges that they receive on a monthly basis. You're talking about 6 to 8 units of blood every month in order to live. And what that story looks like, what those weeks leading up to needing that exchange looks like. So when you see people and you see stories such as this, the passion, why, the purpose behind why we do what we do. And this is why.
Oh, wow. That's going to be wonderful.
Yes,
so
I'm excited.
You guys come out tomorrow. Come out tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
Not Saturday.
We won't be there tomorrow.
It'll be somebody at the park, but it won't be us. Come out Saturday. We're going to start at 9 with our cycle event. We're going to take a scenic route throughout the town. Richland County Sheriff's Department will be blocking off the part of the roads. so that it can be safe for all of us and for those of us who don't ride their bikes that often and sometimes find it hard to stop. We won't fear running into somebody's car. Um, so we'll do that first. And never fear, if you have an appointment at 10, don't feel like you're going to be blocked. You will have access. The sheriff department will take that in consideration and allow you access to the gym safely, where it's safely safe for all the participants. We will have food and served by the fish hole. We'll have a good meal from there. We're going to have Pelican Ice to give us some little sweet treats there as well. We're going to have other giveaways and snacks and goodies. The Be Strong group will have their swag bag with some good and even replenish or add to the back to school supply. Our babies are back in school, still need that notebook paper and those folders and pencils and erasers or whatever. But we also need the hand sanitizer and the tissue. So you're going to have a variety of goodies in your bag. Follow our Facebook page and our Instagram page where we're giving shout outs to our vendors. But just to shout out a few, I want to say thank you, first of all, to our partners, Richland County Recreation Commission, the American Red Cross. We thank you. We're so thankful for the Sickle Cell Consortium who supports us in these endeavors and helped us with promos and things like that. So we're all follow them, sicklecellconsortium.org, because you'll get a good education piece from them as well. Local, Array of Sunshine, and these are all on our Facebook page. Thank you. Parties by Deja, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Kiwan Weber and Michael Archie, thank you so much for your support and your donations. Prepping for this weekend. Cakes and More by Angela. Ooh, yummy, yummy. So A's Kindaroo. Everybody knows A's Kindaroo taking care of our sweet babies. Thank you for your support. We will have DHEC there. And I think, Camp Burnt Gin Representative Marie Amane will be there representing Camp Burnt Gin. And that's a summer camp for our sweet babies with sickle cell disease can have the opportunity to experience camp, but in such a safe environment. Unfortunately, COVID switched it up a little bit, but hopefully by next year they will have the opportunity to go back in person. And but it's almost as safe as being home because their hematologist is there, all the nurses they're used to are there, and the volunteers are amazing. So we love Camp Burnt Gin and can't wait to see them. So come out and find out more information from them. Firefly Toys and Games, they're not going to be able to attend, but they have sent some cool goodies. So come out and make sure you get some cool toys from them. Well Vista will be there sharing information that is beneficial to the community. So we're so excited. And I mentioned the James R. Clark Sickle Cell Foundation will be there. They will also be providing sickle cell trait testing, as well as additional educational information about sickle cell disease. And we are always excited to partner with them and to have them as guests at our events, as well as us being guests at their events. And we're stronger together. I know we just hosted a blood drive back in June for World Sickle Cell Day. And the James R. Clark Foundation were one of the organizations that was a part of that, as well as Dre 365, AAH, and Faith Elevated. Right. And so, and the Infusion Center, Prison Health Center was a part of that as well. So we're so excited. Making all these connections and bringing it to the community to provide resources to the community that can only help. But mentioning the Stronger Together, that's where you all can come into play. And like Visha and I have been talking about, and Visha's been talking about, encouraging people to become regular blood donors. And that's us working together to make sure our people are okay. you know, to make sure our sickle cell warriors, if they ever need blood, that is there. And it's the best match blood that is going to help them stay okay.
That's
Because there have
beautiful.
been instances when people receive the blood that is not best match for them, that it causes its own complications and the
Reaction.
body begins to reject. So it's so important for us all to don't become regular blood donors, to find out if we have that special blood that is only
Mhm.
for sickle cell patients or any other patient that needs um, that blood transfusion or exchange. So this is so important for us to all come together as a community to support each other, to support those in need of something that's not money, that's something that's not can't that cannot be created in the lab, that's only something that can be generated by the human body, our God made human bodies. So we need you all there.
I wanted
Oh,
to show my when you
good.
said the unique blood for sickle cell, I forgot to mention our sickle cell fighters. So when you
Yeah.
donate and you are a part of our sickle cell fighters, you get additional cool things or cool prizes sent in the mail. And this was my most recent that I am so in love with.
Me
I
too.
must just say, the heavens heard my heart because all summer we were practically, out on the roads, right?
Mhm.
And I said, I need me like a full size lunch bag that I can just pack everything in, and I'm not carrying around all these bags like a bag lady, right? Well,
Mhm.
guess what I got in the mail as part of the Sickle Cell Fighters program? This
Wow.
lunch bag backpack, y'all.
It is
Oh my
huge.
God.
Yeah, so
And
cool.
it
Open it
is
up.
cute. Not only is it cute, but look at that. Like, oh my God. I can put all my lunch and my drinks, like everything, and it's a backpack. I mean,
Absolutely.
and it is, I mean, when it's durable, it is quality material. It's got the American Red Cross branding. I mean, I absolutely love it. And this is
Just one.
just one. Okay,
Mhm.
you get these things sent to you in addition to the gift cards and everything else. So there's plenty of incentives alongside of knowing that you've saved lives.
Right.
And I think that's the greatest incentive of them all, knowing that you save or you've impacted lives with each donation, but also that the American Red Cross, through this initiative, is rewarding you with something extra special as a small token of our appreciation for you being a lifesaver. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So this is just wonderful. So you guys see all the cool goodies. I mean, I got a duffel bag too that says sickle cell fighters. I
A
got it in a
blanket,
fruit
like
in a so I have that cooler bag as well. That's really sturdy because a lot of times we can have it packed down,
yeah.
especially at beach trips where we have to make sure our warriors have all the hydration that they need and a variety of hydration from the Gatorade to the water to maybe a small thing of juice. Um, but to make sure it's there. But you can get one too. You can be a sickle cell fighter. Just come and be a regular donor and find out if you have, that special blood, the blood that has different components to it. That's important for our bodies to either recognize, so that it can work well into replenishing our warriors' red blood cells. So it's important. Like Visha said, it's more to our blood than the O positive and the O negative. Um, there are antigens that are attached to our blood, and that means something.
That's right.
Um, yeah, so we're so excited. So hey, grab your tickets. There's an Eventbrite link, and you can click on it on our Instagram page or in our link. Is it the link tree in on Facebook or Instagram? But grab your free tickets just to let us know you're coming. But even if you don't, you can still come on anyway. Invite your family, your friends. Come out and have a good, genuine, family friendly time. And the weather is supposed to be not hot, Not sure if the rain is going to stay away, but it's not going to be hot, hot. Um, so hopefully we'll get our walk or our run or our ride in before we come back to enjoy the festivities. There will be demos on bike safety. Oh, and I have to mention Sharp Iron Riders, the cyclists, the professional cyclists will be participating. Y'all, they've coursed out a 60-mile course. We're not doing that. Ours might be two, but they're doing 60. And so they're gonna start really early, and then they're gonna come back through around lunchtime to fellowship with us as well. So we appreciate their support as well. And last but not least, the town of Eastover. I truly, truly appreciate my hometown. The mayor, Mayor Philip Gunner, is all aboard. His wife, and I appreciate them for coming through and supporting us. Um, Dedrick Edwards, thank you for your support. It is so encouraging. He's a council member as well as a business owner, but it's so encouraging to have the support, the local support
Yes.
of small businesses in our community. So they've embraced this event, and we'll be partaking and participating. And we are looking forward to future events as well. So I know we've been talking for about an hour, but I wanted to share this. So you all stay tuned. We will be sharing more posts. I know Visha shared with you the iron rich foods that we should we should ingest this week.
Eating daily anyway.
Post on that so you can have a visual reference. Uh, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So that blood can flow. I have to, yes, I have to make sure I push myself to hydrate, so I can make sure that blood is, flowing pretty good. Um, take your medications the way you're supposed to take. Get some rest. I'll share some tips as well, but make sure the night before, get some rest. When you wake up in that morning, you can go ahead and complete your rapid pass with your blood donor app, and download it earlier, and be on your way and meet us out there. We will be there waiting to see you, to fellowship with you, to have a good time, to spread awareness of sickle cell disease, to thank you, thank you, thank you for donating blood. Thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing guests, your friends, your family to just be there. Even if you can't donate blood, you can bring somebody who can, or just come by and be a part and encourage those who are donating blood, who are able to donate blood. So yeah, I do want to beat on it a little bit more, push it in a little bit more, but I'm gonna stop because we're right about at an hour. Visha, is there anything else you want to share before
I
we
just want to
close?
see each and every one of you out on Saturday. Like Brenda said, if you're unable to donate, bring somebody who can. I always say it takes two people to replace you because you're just that special. So bring two people, okay, to come out and donate. And if you're unable to donate, please come out and support the event. It is a wonderful event with tons of resources. The one thing I can say a lot about the Be Strong group, but the one thing I will say tonight is that they always provide resources for the community, for the household, not just on sickle cell awareness, but they look to take care of the entire household because sickle cell is a family disease. So, y'all come out and support the event. Get your steps in, get your cycling in, get your vaccine, all of that. Yes, yes, I will have mine on. I don't know how I don't think I'm gonna cycle. It's been a minute since I rode a bike, but I'll get my steps in. These are tons of resources for the community. Come out and support, and learn something. I
Yep.
promise you're going to take away so much more than what you brought. And we are just so appreciative of all of the community support, the partners that just don't find it robbery to come out and support or to partner with the Be Strong group. This is truly what makes this initiative successful. So come out, www.redcrossblood.org, use sponsor code Be Strong, snag your appointments, eat your iron rich foods, and hydrate. We will be there on site holding hands and singing songs to
Yeah.
appease you, to make sure that if you are feeling a little nervous, we've got you covered. Our
Got
sweet
you.
babies will be there so you will be able to see the lives that you're impacting. There will be other warriors there as well so that you know these are the people you are helping. So
Yeah.
we'll see y'all on Saturday.
See you on Saturday. And I just want to do a couple more shout outs. Um, Princess Brown, she's helping with volunteers. Thank you, Princess. She's also a sickle cell warrior. Uh, Adrian Ross is helping with coordinating, volunteering with the organization. She's the daughter of an amazing warrior that we're actually doing this event in honor of Harriet Scott. And she's always in our hearts and always in our memories. And as we ride and we walk, she will be on our minds as we're doing this. And we're going to have some volunteers of our students, our young people from Lower Richland High School coming out. And I know for one group at least is the ROTC. So we're looking forward to having the young people out to make sure we're hydrated along the course. They will be helping the vendors set up in the beginning and then tear down in the end. So I'm so excited. Y'all, this is a community event. I am so proud of my hometown for coming together. I'm proud of all the volunteers of the Be Strong group for coming together to make this and impactful and effective event. Again, we're grateful for our partners for providing the location, for providing the access to being able to donate, to make it safe for the community, for the education. So we're so grateful. So I think that was my last little bit. But follow us, y'all. Follow us on Facebook. We'll keep you updated. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. You can catch this on YouTube as well. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and make sure you get your alerts when with our future Tuesday chat. But until then, we'll see you Saturday. But as far as Tuesday chat, we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Good night.